Okay guys, so here's my opinion. I feel like there are Hollywood type movies that are highly advertised and the ones that aren't. But that doesn't mean that the ones that aren't Hollywood type movies are not any good. A lot of the times they're good or sometimes even better. The review that I did last week was on Run All Night, which was the Liam Neeson movie that just came out. And I considered that type of a Hollywood movie just because it was really advertised compared to the Gunman. But both movies are similar in the action concept and they're actually the exact same running time. And I actually gave these two movies very similar ratings. Hello everyone, my name is JJ and thank you for watching Johnnie June Movie Reviews, and let's get started.
What are you doing over there?
You are the designated trigger, Jim.
In our story, we are focused on one man, an experienced sniper who is part of a mercenary assassination team with the plot to assassinate the Minister of Mines in Congo. Even though their plot to kill the minister was successful, the results of the assassination went completely haywire. It's definitely unfortunate for them because they hoped the assassination would bring more peace rather than chaos. With that being said, our main character is forced to go into hiding, sadly having to leave his loved girlfriend behind. He then returns to the Congo 8 years later, hoping everything has blown over for him and no one is investigating the assassination any longer. Nope. While he's there, he is actually targeted by unknown men to kill him. So the rest of our story has our main character defending himself and his old girlfriend from these men that are trying to kill everyone that's involved in the assassination team.
What's going on, Jim?
The company's clearing house.
You'll have to expose him. It's the one shot you got.
Let me start talking about the characters with our main character, Jim, played by Sean Penn. First off, let me just say, jeez, was he ripped in this movie. He really committed to this role, getting into such good shape. Definitely a lot better than the last movie I saw him in, which was 21 Grams, where he was just extremely flabby, if you're gonna come up with a word for it. But if you didn't see that movie, he's best known for his award-winning movie, Milk, which came out in 2008. I thought he did a good job playing in this movie where he was a tough man on the exterior and also quite intelligent. And this character really wants to make up for his past mistakes. Then we have our next highest paying actor, Javier Bardem, who plays the character Felix. If you don't recognize this guy, he's best known from his role in No Country for Old Men, which was actually his breakthrough role because he did such a magnificent job. It was actually quite nice to see him play in a role like this, kind of the skittish, weak man. I always appreciate an actor that can show me all his different types of colors and acting abilities that he has. Such as when Javier Bardem was in No Country for Old Men, he was a complete and total psychopath but who showed no emotion. And then he was in the latest Bond movie, Skyfall, where he was also a psychopath but showed a lot of emotion. Or he can be completely romantic like in Eat, Pray, Love. Then we have Annie, the love interest in the movie, who is played by Jasmine Trinka. I thought she did a thorough job of being the scared hostage role. But I kept thinking throughout the movie, why haven't I seen this woman in anything else? Something about her was just really cute to me, so I'm surprised she hasn't been around in bigger movies. Hopefully this movie gives her the exposure that I think that she deserves. Then we have Idris Elba, who played the Interpol agent in the movie. He didn't have too much of a role in this movie, but I thought that I would put him into the review just because he is such a big actor on the list. He's best known for his roles such as the 2012 Prometheus movie or his role in Thor. I never thought that there was anything too spectacular about this guy's acting that made him stand out in my mind, but I definitely won't complain when I see him turn up in a movie.
You ever have one of those days when everything's going wrong and everybody wants to kill you for something?
Okay, so I'm skipping to my overall of the movie review, since I only mentioned the effects or soundtrack of the movie if there is something to actually talk about. Being the action movie that it is, one that doesn't show really any effects except for gunfights, so the effects are just like any other gunfighting movie. However, I did thoroughly enjoy the action sequences. It surprises people, and it might be kind of gross to some of you, but I really do appreciate some good fighting and blood in movies. When there is a movie that doesn't just show the typical good guy goes through all the bad guys, and it's just one against all of them and just takes them down with just a couple swift hits, the movie has more of my attention. I love seeing those precise moves or when the good guy actually gets hurt in those fights because it's just more realistic. However, some of the ways that he was hurt would have definitely taken down any other person, but it's a movie, so what are you gonna do? Something else I believe was that when this movie was first showing the trailer, some of the people I know thought it was just gonna be another one of those, oh, I'm this big macho man with a past who's fighting to get back someone I love who has been taken hostage. I, on the other hand, was quite intrigued by this movie. So I was the one that ended up being right. You can't always judge a movie by its trailer. I guess that could make sense. You can't always judge a book by its cover. You can't always judge a movie by its trailer. But even though the trailer does say a lot, sometimes you can't always judge it. It's interesting because IMDb, for those of you who don't know, the biggest movie site on the internet, rated it with a 5.6 out of 10, which would have fallen under not bad and completely average. I highly disagree, however. I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10, which is right between good and really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, which is always a good sign too, because if a movie can keep my attention the whole way through, then I'm definitely going to give it a good rating. Alright, that's about it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching Johnny Jew movie reviews. Couple of things before you go. If you're interested in my rating system, just scroll down. It is in the description box. Also, I would really appreciate it if you guys could give this movie a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the review. And if you have seen this movie as well and you're interested in telling me what you think, then just leave a comment below. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about it. Alright guys, see you next Friday for my next movie review.